Hello everybody and welcome to the Quilters Apothecary studio. Today I want to clear up some of the misconceptions about using rulers. Now this is of course my opinion and how I use rulers, so you need to apply your own common sense to this particular theory. Now when I'm using rulers, one thing that I know for me that works best is if I am a right-handed individual, I'm going to have my ruler in my left hand. So I'm going to have my dominant hand, which is my right hand, up on the handle of the machine. And I'm going to have my non-dominant hand on the ruler. I get more control. I can actually maneuver the ruler and move the ruler as I see fit, and my strength from my dominant hand is going to be up on the actual handle of the machine. Now that also applies when you're considering something like micro handles. I see a lot of people using both hands on the micro handles. And what I find with micro handles is they tend to work better if you have your non-dominant hand on the micro handle and your dominant hand up on the regular handle. Because your dominant hand is going to give you the strength, and the non-dominant hand is going to give you the control when you're down trying to go into something very specific and small. Does that make everything fairly clear? So now, if you were a left-handed person, there are some rulers out on the market that are available in right-handed or left-handed. Now, I can't speak for everybody, but for Quilters Apothecary, when we sell rulers, if it says right-handed ruler, that just means it's meant for right-handed people. That means that the ruler will be held in your left hand, even though you are a right-handed individual. Does that make sense? Okay, so on some of the rulers we have here, for example, the ditch ruler that I was just using as an example, doesn't matter. There are no numbers on this guy. So we don't really worry about left or right. It's going to work the same way either way. Same thing with the curves. The curved ruler. It doesn't matter. There are registration marks, but there are no measurements that's going to change how you would quilt that. You can hold that in your left hand as well as your right hand, and it's going to work the same way either way. Now our mystical mini ruler is available in both right hand and left hand version. Now when I'm working around applique, which is what this ruler is specifically for, and I put this around my foot, I like that up high. It gives me a little bit more control than if I were to have it down low. So for me, the right-handed version, which would be the one that you would order for right hands, is actually going to be held in your left hand. It's going to give you the most control. If you are a left-handed individual, you would get the left-handed version, which would be held in your right hand. Again, non-dominant hand typically is what we hold our rulers with. Now on the new Mystical 45, that particular ruler, it doesn't really matter. It's not going to make that much of a difference whether you get the left-hand version or right-hand version. The reason that I wanted two made for the Mystical 45 is that we actually have numbers on it. And I actually like to use mine to cut fabric. And so when I'm cutting, I like to see my one start here and work up to the highest number. And this is the medium, so this one goes up to 18. So the left-hand version is actually going to do the same thing. It's going to start at 1 and go all the way up. It's a very small reason to have a right and a left-hander's version of that particular ruler, but I think it's important. I like to always consider people that are southpaw or right-handed. So there you go. Hopefully that clears things up, and you all have a great day and take care of each other.